How do
So
I
is there
get...
other bums that you like? That are...
No.
No?
No, oh my God, Joe. No, that's not what I'm saying. Fuck. No.
Right, Joe. Right. Are we ready? I've got Guinness this week.
I've got this.
Let's split the G.
Yeah, go on. Do it.
Mate, you can't even split the G when it's water. I've topped the G.
I mean, you can't, it's meant to be in one, and you're so shit.
Oh yeah.
No. Hell, you had like 4 goes.
Why do we have to shut the door?
It's a lovely day out
Oh
there.
my God, it's so hot.
Why have we been locked in this studio?
Because it sounds nicer,
Oh.
and we're a podcast.
Oh.
But this studio has a garden and everything.
I know.
Camera on.
Do you reckon you should do a garden special one day?
Garden special.
Joe,
Obviously in the car
A
park.
beer garden special.
I'm just going to take my glasses off. I know, like, I've been wearing them quite a bit recently, so been at Robbie and that, but I'll take them off for the podcast.
Have we got a sweepstake? How many times are you going to say the word Robbie? We should have done a sweepstake, Joe.
Oh, you should have done a speak. Oh,
Should have put some quids in.
God forbid I speak about it. No, it wasn't credible.
So how did you two feel about episode 1?
I loved it.
Yeah?
Do you know what? I listened to it and I thought it was great. And I know we did thank the girls on there.
Yeah.
But like, what an opening!
Not just us. Listeners thank the girls as well. All over social media, there was loads of thanks to the girls.
Yeah, it was really good.
You didn't just thank the girls, you made one of the best statements in the world that then became the title of our thumbnail as well.
What was that?
Never in a rain of piss spots.
Never in a rain of piss.
Do you know, not one person I've spoke to since knows what that means.
Because when I said it, you sounded like you'd never heard that.
I'd never heard it.
No, I've never heard it before.
I laughed out loud. I lolled.
I even Googled it, couldn't find anything.
No.
Where
Right,
did it come
I've been saying that for years. So like,
Yeah, but I work with you on the radio.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, so if we would never have come up with something, or we'd never have done it, you say, never in a rain of piss pots.
I've never heard it.
I've never in a rain of piss spots heard that.
No. If you Google it properly,
I have. There's nothing comes up.
No,
You've made it up.
no, I
You've made it up.
No, I haven't.
You're going to Google it?
Yes, because
Never in a rain of piss pot.
It was
I don't even know what it means.
Where does the saying "never in a rain of piss pots" come from?
Is it piss pots?
Yeah.
That makes more sense. I thought it was piss bots.
So did I.
It originated in the 1940s, and
we've
it
been
is
Googling
said
the wrong
it
thing.
is said that the phrase originates from pissing blood, which is where someone
Oh,
gets
fuck it
so
up.
angry.
I've Googled that. It's really bad. Pissing blood is not good.
Only number 14 on the list is bad.
Yeah, rain of
Yeah.
piss pots.
Yeah, I
The
thought
original
you said,
phrase,
we thought you said bots.
Yeah.
was a pot of piss in.
No, it makes more sense now.
It was some. See, I thought it was something to do with back in the olden days when they used to piss in pots.
Is that, have I got no more?
I thought it was more like pot to piss in.
Is that pulling your table away? Come close.
Yeah, no, that one is. Yeah.
Looks like
haven't got
Scott's
pot
on a
to piss
boat.
in.
Yeah, pot's pissing.
Yeah, but no, never in a rain of piss pots. Honestly,
Right, can we clear the camera of the dummy, please?
So you're behind a giant can
Yeah.
of Red Bull. Hang on 1 minute. How should I do that? Does that look good? Do you like?
It's underwater.
Help me! Help me! Oh!
Where is it? There he is.
Hello.
Jonathan Guinness, it sounds like your kind of dream.
He could be sponsored by Guinness, couldn't he?
You should be. Man, I drink of it.
Anyway,
Oh, look at these children playing with the cameras.
I love the cameras.
Yeah, right, cool. You both look good. You both sound good.
Yeah.
Have I hold this the whole thing now?
No,
No,
you
wait,
just
find
put
a
it.
place to put it.
Right, so
Never
put it
in a
down.
rain of piss pots will I find somewhere to put it.
Stay on Scott's camera if we're on YouTube, just while I do something you're not allowed to do on YouTube that involves a face.
There you go.
We not allowed to do it on YouTube.
No, apparently not.
Is it not
Really?
on?
Wow.
Is it not?
TikTok and everything.
Is it on a
YouTube-
camera now,
YouTube got
Joe?
soft.
Go to camera. Go to
can't.
wide shot.
I can't.
That's fine. That was a little bit of electricity.
Oh, yeah, that looked like part of the microphone. It's fine.
Welcome to the A to Z of Men, episode
B. I knew you said 2.
I was going to say B4. I don't know what it's for
No.
yet because I haven't actually seen it. So I loved episode A.
I really loved episode A. I think the girls done an amazing job. The girls meaning our wives, Kerry and Karen. I love the fact that we don't have to do any prep. That's my favourite thing.
I think, yeah, I'm quite a control person, so I like control. But with this, I quite like.
You know, I
knowing.
like control, and in every other walk of my life, I wouldn't like this format. But
Is it because we trust our wives implicitly?
yeah, in the hands of our wives. I mean, I think they'll chuck a few curveballs at us, and I think I'm glad they liked us on the night that they picked the words.
Yeah.
Because I think it'd be a different story if you and Karen had an argument and me and Kerry had an argument. I think a lot of the words might be.
Well, the argument would last 26 weeks.
Yeah, it would.
Sorry, Joe. The argument would last 26 weeks. You've been far
It's
too
like
long.
deja vu. You just said that.
No, because we had to
I
cut.
know. I get
Don't keep doing that.
I get it. But YouTube.
I'm gonna have to do it again.
No,
now.
because you.
Yeah,
no.
I know. We're on YouTube, but the podcast we still have to record and edit. So I'm gonna have to
You're
say
gonna
that
say it again?
Yeah. And it's hot in here, so don't do it again because we'll be in here all day. I can't even remember what I'm supposed to say.
Argument will
That-
last
yeah,
26 weeks.
That would have lasted 26 weeks.
God, that's like deja vu.
You're a dick. Just leave that in there now, then. Because we're never. Right.
The argument lasts 26 weeks.
Scott was at the Emirates with Robbie Williams.
The argument would last 26 weeks.
Robbie
Yes,
Williams.
no, I know.
Scott,
Should we get it out of the way now?
Let's get it done.
That is like real deja vu
I
today.
just want to explain what happened. We were on the radio on Friday last week on our radio show that we do, and then we both left the radio show to do our own lives.
Yeah.
I left the radio show and I went home. I got a kebab. I was playing FIFA, and the first person I played, his home ground was the Emirates Stadium.
Right.
So I went home to play FIFA at the Emirates.
At the Emirates.
Yeah.
I went to the Emirates.
Yeah.
I was backstage chilling and that.
IRL.
I had a moment where Rag and Bone Man walked past me.
That didn't happen to me when I was
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
FIFA.
And
Karen walked in front of the telly. But that was,
and you said, get out of the way, I'm
Yeah.
going to score a goal.
yeah.
Rag and Bone Man went, oh, yeah, score from 5. And I said, Rag and Bone Man, not your name. And he said, he just blurted out, I struggled to get tickets for the Brighton. I went, do you want tickets for Brighton? He went, are you offering me tickets to go to your show? I said, yeah, I'll get you tickets. So that was a weird moment because he's Rag and Bone Man, very famous guy, amazing. He was really good. And then I performed with Robbie Williams, who is honestly, such an amazing guy. Really is a lovely, lovely man. So genuine, really down to earth.
Do you reckon he'll start listening to the podcast?
That'd be
We should get him
amazing.
on the podcast.
I mean, I mean, listen, I'm on very good terms with
Okay.
Robbie, but you know, you never
You never know.
You never know. Well, put it this way, you do never know, because I didn't think that there would be a moment where Robbie Williams would say,
Yeah.
why don't you come and join, why don't 5 come and join me and sing?
But
or
he
something.
might be sitting in his 1-bedroom apartment in Stoke-on-Trent thinking, one day Chris and Scott will ask me onto the A to Z of Men.
I doubt it. Doubt it.
Might be. You don't know.
Manifest it.
Manifest it.
Manifest
See how that
it.
works out for
But
us.
no, it was amazing and very, very humbled and honoured.
Yeah, and we're very proud of you in the A to Z of Men world.
Thank you.
So well done. We've set up a Patreon account.
Have we?
Yeah, so we've got one of them now. I do believe you can sign up to our Patreon account for free.
I believe you can.
I thought you were going to sing a different song then, which wouldn't have worked. But yes.
What did?
I believe.
No, you
And
can't.
then-
No,
and then you-
no.
The next bit.
No,
Yeah.
no, you can't sing that one anymore.
No, I didn't. I was singing
No.
your one just out of key. Yeah, we set up a Patreon account, which is Chris and Scott.
Link in bio. Is that what we're doing?
I think it probably is actually. But if you want to go there, you can. Basically, we can get you in there for free, and then start charging you money at some point. Am I supposed to read that bit?
What, we get them in it?
What?
Flag you in there for free.
So the bit in red you don't read.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Just come and join it for free. Do I look like when
terms,
Gary?
terms, conditions apply.
Do I look like when Gary Neville randomly starts reading about a Huel in the middle of his podcast?
Yeah.
And he's like, he's having a laugh, and he's like, hey, and he goes, if you want a nice breakfast in the morning, you should try Huel. I've been drinking it for years.
I never had a training session with Man United without it.
I'm just naturally fit. Beckham swears by it. No, we won't do that. So, yeah, Patreon account is set up. So if you want to go on there, you can do Chris and Scott. Don't read the bit in red. And on to this week's episode of the A to Z of Men. So the A to Z of Men, episode B, as you know, we have no idea what's coming now. So Joe is just about to enter the studio with stuff that he's been given from our wives.
Yes.
Who, if you're new to this season, you need to check out the other seasons. This season, all the words have been chosen by our wives, which we noticed last week with pointers as where they want us to go.
I thought they've had a lot more prep than we have.
A lot more.
Yeah. Because they're women.
Yeah. Well, no, and I think for them, I think it's because I spoke to Karen afterwards about affirmation. I was like, why did you do that? She went, there were certain things. And she said, and there was a couple of lines where you and Scott both read the lines completely differently. I read the line as one thing and you read it as something else. And she said, and some of them I agreed with how Scott read it, and some of them I agreed on how you read it. So because it's contextual. It
actually gave a very, very good insight into our brains, didn't it? Because I was one way on how you delivered it, and it was very clever.
I believe that you can love yourself when you're all alone, or something like that.
Yeah.
That line was something that I took completely different to how you took.
I preferred my version of it. Actually.
Yeah. Okay. Joe, what we got then this week for the A to Z of Men episode B? Drum roll. Oh, you don't need a drum roll.
I need a drum roll this week. But God, it's warm in here, isn't it?
God,
yeah, it's pretty warm.
What, is it nice and air conditioned in there? Is it? Oh, that's nice for you.
Okay, so.
I like that. It was in YouTube land. There.
Did you show them the actual? Do they know now?
No.
Okay, keep it face down. Right. Okay. So is this all of it, or is there more? There's more.
Oh,
okay.
Go into your dungeon.
So episode B for the A to Z of Men, season 4. Today we're going to spend about half an hour talking about bum or boobs. Bum or boobs.
A few facts for you.
Is this a trick?
Yeah, but what are they?
Bum or boobs?
Yeah, but what are they doing to us?
Are they asking us if we prefer bum or boobs?
I think they're asking us if we're bum or boobs men, which is dangerous territory.
I'm boobs. I mean, I can just throw that. This could be a nice. I'm boobs. What are you?
I don't know. I'm a bit of both.
Are you?
Yeah, no. Like I've been asked this before. I've been asked this before by my wife, and I can't like. What's not to like about either of them? Like,
well, I like a bum.
Yeah,
but I like boobs.
Yeah, but
I do like the boobs.
Oh, I don't know. I flip flap on that.
I like the flip flap as well. No, I'm boobs.
You're boobs all day long.
I love a bum. I love a bum. A nice bum in a nice pair of jeans or a nice skirt. So lovely. Boobs.
Yeah,
boobs.
No. So I flip flap's probably the wrong word to use.
I'd go with flip flap.
But I honestly, because this is a funny thing.
Yeah.
Do you? And I'm sure you do, unless it's just me. I think it's okay to perv on your own wife.
Yeah.
Like.
What do you mean by perv?
Like, so. It's going to sound weird, isn't it?
Now you've said.
I have said this on the telly though.
Go on.
I have said this on the telly.
Go on.
So, one of the favourite parts of my day is when Kerry moisturises, and she just does all. She's naked when she does this moisturising routine,
because otherwise it got on the clothes.
Ruined. And she sometimes she'll go, Scott, put your tongue away. It's a good part of my day. I don't touch myself whilst doing it. It's not that weird. But like, what's not to like about your wife standing in front of you, moisturising, and it's, I don't know, I find it.
And do you get more excited when the bum area is coming up or the boobs area is coming up?
Both. I love it. I love both of it. I'm sounding really
So you
pervy,
can't choose between a bum and boobs?
No, I can't actually. No, I can't. Wow. Because I love them both so much.
I have, what are these, Joe? Facts.
So I think the idea is that probably by the end of this, scientifically, you should be able to pick between bum and boobs.
Okay, shall I start with
These are facts provided by your wives, not me, just to be clear.
See, I've got an infographic here which maps out exactly what men's preferences are around the world, and it turns out it's pretty much a 50-50 split. So boobs in yellow and bums in blue. If I show that to the camera, if you're on YouTube, you'll be able to see that. Yeah, so blue is bums, yellow is boobs. It is a 50-50 split.
Yeah, it's pretty 50. Yeah, what's yellow?
Yellow is boobs, and actually, if you look at that, it's North America. So that's North America, England, most of Europe.
I would say there's probably a slight bit more yellow. Is there? Do you reckon?
Yeah, but Australia's yellow, Russia, South Africa, New Zealand, the whole of Europe.
Honestly, I can't. It could change daily for me.
The map data for which was released by Pornhub, which Karen's been on Pornhub. That's amazing.
Oh my God.
I didn't think she knew what that meant. So,
Well, so hang on. Are you telling me that they've been on Pornhub checking these stats out?
yeah, they got this map from Pornhub.
Oh my goodness.
They're using
gracious,
Pornhub
mate.
wrong, aren't they? There's more on Pornhub than maps. They've gone onto Pornhub and downloaded a map. Shows that users of the pornography website tend to prefer looking at women's breasts in Britain, Australia, Canada, Russia, and most of Europe. However, in North America, Africa, parts of South America, and around Saudi Arabia, users tend to prefer Googling and Pornhubbing bottoms. The study looked at search terms into Pornhub's website and categorized them into either breasts, bums, or beyond, like legs and stuff like that. So which do you prefer and why? I don't know why. I've always been a boob man, always.
No, see, I honestly, I'm not just. I can't make a decision because I love a breast. Don't like big breasts. Like that's
Yeah,
not,
yeah, no, I'm with you on that.
Like it does
Just ample size is fine.
Yeah. Like more than a handful, waste of time.
Yeah. Do you like a big bum?
Which is
I like big butts.
This is dangerous territory. This,
Well, no,
isn't it?
it's a question that's going to come up, I'm sure. But
Well, no,
really...
yes, but like, and I'm not saying my wife. That's what I mean by dangerous territory. Is if I say yes, I like a big bum. Have I just said on into the world that my wife's got a big bum? I'm not saying my wife's got a big bum.
But you'd say you prefer it if she had.
No,
Am I helping?
No. I'm saying my wife's bum is fucking perfect, and I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop.
You just said she's
no.
got a
I
big
don't. No. Right. This is what. No.
It's their word. They come up with
But
it.
how do I get? How do
So
I
is there
get?
other bums that you like that are...
No.
No?
Oh my God, Joe. No, that's not what I'm saying. Fuck. No. Right, because the word big bum is not like if Kerry said, "Does my bum look big in this?"
Yeah. You're not going to go, not big enough.
No, but her bum's perfect.
So the answer to the question is I like bums that are exactly the same size as my wife's.
Well, no, the actual correct answer is I like just my wife's bum.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Couple of facts that we've been given as well.
Which also sounds mental.
Men have nipples because... Do you know why?
No. Why have we got nipples? They're
Because
pointless.
all embryos initially have female parts. So before it's, whatever happens in the womb and everything,
Yeah.
everything's the same. So that's why we've got the nipples. And then at the end they go, oh, you might as well keep them. And you go, oh, yeah, they're quite cool actually.
But they are. They are sensitive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Testosterone doesn't really take hold until about 6 weeks into parental prenatal development. So the nipple remains just in case. It goes, oh, I'll just stay in just in case.
Well, no. If you think about it, would our bodies look a little bit weird without them?
No, because you wouldn't know, would you? Because imagine if they weren't there and we never knew what a nipple was. And then we drew a picture of a nipple and went, do you reckon these would look good on your chest? You'd go, no, they'd look like little buttons. Why do I need buttons?
Because I have got the smallest nipples.
Right.
Like they're pathetic.
What kind of nipples do you need? Are you going to say exactly the same as Kerry's, aren't you?
What do you mean?
because of where you've just been. What nipples do you like? What kind of nipples do you like? Kerry's ones, right? Yeah.
No, but mine are like, even for a man, my nipples are ridiculously small. Like, so small. Like the whole part, like the nipple, and then, is it called the areola?
Yeah, the outsidey bit.
It's called the areola.
I think so, yeah. It is, yeah. Where the hair grows.
No, not on women.
No.
No.
Scientists,
Maybe on Karen.
Scientists actually aren't really sure why we even have breasts. They don't actually, scientists, the scientists that actually know everything.
Yeah.
They don't know why women have breasts.
But isn't it weird, right? But isn't it weird, though, to think that you've just said it. I didn't know that, but they're the same until you go, right, no, you're a woman now and you're a man or whatever, blah, blah. But the fact that women don't grow hair under their armpits.
Well, some do, don't they?
Yeah, but no, sorry. They get it under their armpits, get it on their legs. So they shave their armpits, shave their legs. But they don't get it on their nipples, don't get it on their face. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
So how is it, you might get like the odd stray hair, but they don't grow a beard and they don't get, is that the testosterone? Is that what it is?
I imagine so. I'm not qualified, but I think
like mine,
probably.
I get, obviously, I've got a hairy chest unless I shave it, and I get really, really hairy nipples that come out of the little,
The little
holes.
Hair holes.
Yeah, hair holes. Yeah.
Hair holes.
I don't think that's what they're called. Follicles.
I get them. And it's like, why can't they just grow on my head where they're supposed to grow? Just move all of the useless body hair that I've got, chuck it on my head.
Chuck it on your head.
Not like pubes.
No.
Don't do a hair transplant with pubes. Somebody once said to me, is that what they do? And I was like, well, obviously no.
No.
Because that would be weird. I'd just have
Weird
pubic hair.
Weird hair.
I'd never be able to do anything with it. I'd have Justin Timberlake NSYNC hair.
Yeah. No one wants that.
Humans are the only animals with sizable chests, and scientists are very nonchalant about figuring out why, since we only actually need them since we only actually need them for part of our lives. What, for child milk? Let me read that again. Scientists actually aren't really sure why we even have breasts.
As in men.
No, I think women.
All right.
This bit's quite confusing, Joe.
I didn't write it.
Scientists actually aren't really sure.
I think it means
it must be women.
I think it means not sure why they have to be so prominent, because they're only used for one thing.
Okay, I'll cut that from the bit. We'll just go straight into it. So scientists actually aren't really sure why breasts are even a thing. Humans are the only animals with sizable chests.
That is weird, isn't it?
Yeah, because you don't see a cat with tits.
No. What a vision that is.
Like pussy and tits.
Wow. That would be weird.
Yeah, you don't see animals with breasts.
Well, like a dog with like a massive set of jugs.
Isn't that weird? We're the only camels. They're not tits though, are they? They're just humps.
They're humps. My hump.
Not lady humps. They're camel humps. Men can breastfeed.
No, they can't.
Men can breastfeed. It says here on my bit of paper. They have the proper equipment and just need some consistent stimulation, suckling.
Ooh.
About figuring out, how to do it, to get the milk flowing. In the range of a few weeks, with a bit of suckling to get the mix flowing, Jeannie Ann Freeman, MD, which means she's like a doctor, says that men can breastfeed.
Sorry, can I stop you?
Is that real?
Yeah, well, one, I don't know. That sounds mental, but I imagine so, because if what you're saying is true, which obviously you said it was, it must be because it's on the internet.
Yeah.
If it's all there and it's working, then we must. Is it called lactating?
Lactate. So we can lactate.
We must be able to. Yeah. But couple of questions for you.
Yeah.
Have you tried breast milk?
Yes.
Yeah. Weird, isn't it?
All right.
No, bitter.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was
Stick
ages
a bit
ago.
of sugar in it, but yeah, no, I have tried it.
I always think when you go in to buy a coffee that one day that will be an option, because they throw so many things at you. It's like, I just want a coffee.
Well, yeah,
There's
it'll be there. Yeah, and you'll be like breast milk,
Left
oat
boob,
milk.
right boob, and it'd be like, sorry, what boob do you want the milk from?
Can I tell you?
Just have semi-skimmed normal milk, please.
Can I tell you a funny story?
Yes.
Which is relevant to this. So, me and Rich from Five convinced Sean from Five that Rich had bought a bra thing and that he was breastfeeding his daughter, right? And we let it go for a long, long time. So I told Rich what I was doing. He was like, no, you're making me sound really weird. And I was like, but how funny that he's going to think. So basically, I didn't tell Sean that I had told that Rich knew that like, we were doing a joke or anything like that. So I was going to Sean, he breastfeeds. He's told me, but he won't tell you because he thinks you're going to think it's weird. So for months and months and months, Sean from 5 had this vision in his head that Rich was at night wearing a bra to get closer to the baby to feel like what it's like
skin contact.
And then eventually when we told Sean, he said, I thought I'd lost you.
Do you know what I hate about breastfeeding? The pressure on women to breastfeed.
Mm-hmm.
Because even some of the adverts, they're sort of like, we don't want to push you into it. It's the best thing for the child, though. And
much better than formula.
Yeah, it's like, it's a woman's choice whether they breastfeed. Because I'm looking at it now as a geezer, right? Yeah. I'm not sure I'm going to want to do that because the problem is if you feel the pressure and it just isn't working, there's no milk coming out.
Latching on.
Yeah, not latching on, and then everyone's going, oh, you just move it around a little bit. You got to stick with this. You got to stick with this. You got to stick with it, and keep telling you got to stick with it. And you're concerned because your baby's not getting enough milk and is crying constantly because it's constantly hungry. Imagine that pressure being put on you.
Well, I mean, Kerry...
And the more that happens, it's not going to work anyway because you're just going to be so scared and uptight. Well, yeah. I just think it's awful.
Well, no, it is. And the formulas and stuff like that, they're amazing. They've obviously researched it and made it the best possible thing for your baby.
Yeah.
But I remember, and I've spoke about this, I don't know what season, because I definitely told the story about Kerry would be asleep and I would be pumping.
Yeah.
She was basically a cow.
Yeah.
And I would be expressing the milk into bottles whilst Kerry laid there like she was knackered because she's obviously just had a baby. Because you can't, if you're going to go out, like if you're breastfeeding, you're going to go out with the girls and have a few wines.
Yeah.
The baby the next day can't have that milk. So you'd have to express it to chuck it away. Because the baby can't have it because it's got the wrong nutrients in it or whatever.
It's got wine in it.
Yeah, it's got wine in it, yeah. The baby's off its tits, quite literally.
Literally, yeah.
But I used to express it and put it in the freezer. So, like, honestly, we had like a fucking milk factory.
Wow.
In our freezer. We had like, I'm not even joking, at one point, like 30 bottles of breast milk in our freezer.
I'd go, Scott, you coming out tonight? You go, like, Kerry's lactating tonight, so I'm a bit busy. Got my hands full, literally.
It was basically like a factory.
Wow. But I just think that
and it's not nice for them. Like, it must be hurt.
Having a baby anyway is pretty, I mean, I've seen it 3 to 4 times now, and it's not something I would choose to do.
No.
I'm being honest with you.
No.
And then to have gone through
They are incredible, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's not just the giving birth bit, which is, I mean, it looks horrific.
It does,
just say. Beautiful. It's a little bit horrific.
Well, what to talk about Robbie Williams?
Your mate Robbie.
My mate Robbie.
He said it's like, if you stand at the business end, it's like watching your favourite pub burn down.
Which
it's exactly the right analogy.
I think it is one of the best quotes ever, though.
I think it is. It is really good. But you see it and so that bit looks horrific. But you've also got that 9-month bit beforehand. Because you know what I'm like as a person? You're very similar. If I think, I fancy a new car, I'll have it within a week.
Yeah.
If somebody said to me, new car, yeah, definitely. Just give me the money. You give them the money to go, yeah. I've got all the insurance ready. And they go, it'll be here in 9 months. I'll be like, what?
Yeah.
9 months? Are you mental?
Can I pay you more?
I want it now.
To have it now.
But to have a baby, obviously, it needs to grow and gestate for 9 months.
It's a long time,
and that's 9 months where...
And you can't have a beer.
You can't have a beer, so you're always driving everywhere. Which is great.
Cha-ching.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's why we've got 18 kids. But but then at the end of that 9 months, the prize...
You've got to look after it.
And then afterwards, they go, "Now it's going to feed off you now forever for like 3 years or whatever. You're just going to always
3 years.
I don't know how long. How long does breastfeeding?
Not 3 years,
doesn't it?
No, because at 3 years, he's rocking up and going.
So how long do you? How long do you?
Tits out, Mum. I'm starving.
You just made it weird.
It's my fucking dinner ready.
How long do you breastfeed for? Because I can't remember. A year?
6 months?
So this whole getting a baby and making it, into the world and that is a 2-year process.
Right, no, not too. When they're walking.
All we have to do.
No, listen. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't think Kerry done it for maybe 4 months or something.
I'm going to Google it.
If your baby
That's Pornhub.
is still sucking on your tits
downloading
when
the
it's
map.
walking and talking,
Yeah.
you're having a nightmare. Mum, I've just got back from play school. Get your tits out.
How long do you breastfeed for? Breastfeeding duration is a personal choice, but experts recommend exclusive breastfeeding. See, these experts, they're the people that I have a problem with.
Yeah.
They're not the ones at 3 o'clock in the morning desperate for sleep.
No.
They're just going, do breastfeeding. 6
months.
For the first 6 months of baby's life. After 6 months, breastfeeding can continue alongside solid foods for as long as the parent and baby choose. But baby doesn't choose, does it? Baby just goes, food.
Well, no, because if your baby starts eating.
Organisations recommend breastfeeding for at least 2 years or
fuck
longer.
off. You're fucking.
Not my words,
No.
the words of AI Overview.
But I don't care. I'm telling you now, once that kid is walking and talking.
2 years or beyond.
Walking and talking.
2 years or beyond.
I
feel less stupid.
I'm even telling, like, if Kerry is still whapping them out, she would never whap them out, but she's whapping them out, and
Wow.
no. I can just see Joe in the studio going, no.
So,
no.
Okay, let's just say.
Is your mum still breastfeeding you, Joe? Joe.
I've got no words. No.
Okay, 2 years plus the 9 months. This is quite a busy time for a woman. This is 3 years of their life. All we do is have sex once.
For 2.5 minutes.
That's us done. We're out. We go, right, we'll leave the next 3 years to you guys. Crack on.
I'll be down the pub.
That's amazing, isn't it? Incredible. As we've said many a times, if it was on us, civilization would have stopped by now.
Yeah, would have.
British women have Europe's biggest boobs, with more than half of us wearing a D cup or above. Wow.
I didn't know that. Didn't know that.
Why? Why would that be the case? There can't be anything. Must be something in the water.
I didn't know that.
That seems quite a lot. The first topless page 3 girl in the Sun was a 20-year-old called Stephanie Rahn on the 17th of November. Do you want to take a guess at the year? 1970. So over 50 years ago, first topless page 3 girl in the Sun was 20-year-old Stephanie.
When you actually think about this, right? Because I'm assuming they don't do page 3 now, do they? Page 3, sure. Tell me page 3 isn't it? Because I don't buy the paper.
So the next question.
Because page
Carry on with what you're going to say.
because page 3 can't still be a thing.
Yeah.
Because it is the worst thing in the world. Having a page dedicated to a woman with her breasts out is the most derogatory thing I can think of.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It is on my... Sorry, I'm just putting batteries in my headphone pack.
It's honestly, like, please tell me that's not a thing.
Okay,
anymore.
page 3. Is page 3 still a thing, you ask? Actually, how did they know you were going to ask that? Because it literally says, is page 3 still a thing, you ask? Turns out it's not. No More Page 3 was a campaign that was in the UK from 2012 to 2015, not long ago.
I mean, so it was still...
After the Olympics. So during the Olympics in London, that we were still doing page 3.
Wow. See, that shocks me, that.
So after a campaign around between 2012 to 2015 aimed at convincing the owners and editors of The Sun to cease publishing pictures of topless glamour models on page 3, The Sun ceased publishing topless page 3 images in its Ireland edition, Republic of Ireland edition, in 2013. In the UK editions, the last page 3 was 2015. And on its website, page3.com, they stopped doing that in 2017. The Daily Star also ceased publishing images of topless girls in 2019. You know, that's not long ago.
It's like 6 years ago.
That's
No,
mental.
But, like,
Because do you remember that?
Why was
the
it
writing
ever a
underneath?
thing,
It
though?
used to be like, Lancashire lass Sally gets her tits out. The 17-year-old, and it'd be like shit, what?
No, honestly, and I'm not just saying like.
But it was normal, wasn't it? There's 16. I'm sure Sam Fox was 16.
Well, 'cause like growing up, my dad, like he had a major crush on Sam Fox, like, and then randomly, one time when he met her,
Weird.
he was like, "Oh, I just love you to page 3," and I was just like, "Oh God, someone like." I just think I'm so glad it has gone because in a modern world,
Yeah.
how degrading, like how it's not right.
And I've been on page3.com. You can't even download any maps. So, I mean, it's a shit website.
I thought you were going to say you've been on page 3, and I was going to say,
well, there was
when?
a page 7 fella, wasn't there?
no,
They did page
was
3
there?
girls. Yeah, there was in the Sun or the Daily Star. One of them did. I remember the.
Yeah, but
'cause
he
there
hasn't
was-
got his cock out, has he?
No, he was just topless.
It's not the same.
It's
though,
not
is
the
it?
same, no. And
Because like it's normal. It's normal for us to walk down the beach with our tops off because we haven't got breasts. We've just got nipples.
yeah.
But
But what's the difference? I mean, in real life, let's just look at this. So you've got a woman who's got a chest built basically the same as ours, but just bigger.
yeah,
That you can't take your top off. That's not allowed. But you've got a guy
Oh, no.
who's got exactly the same structure, just a bit smaller, and some men have tits.
yeah.
Can take their top off, and it's not a problem. Why is it?
No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be frowned upon. But what I'm
Because
saying-
in some cultures, it's completely normal for a woman to be topless. That's completely normal. But societally here
yeah, but would
in
you
our
walk-
country,
Would you go to a? Would you feel comfortable on a nudist beach?
no.
No, I wouldn't.
But
I'd
that's
feel
because
weird.
of the society that I've grown up in.
But
has
if you
told
grew,
me,
but if you
that
grew up in a
if you were in-
society with no clothes, like
yeah, they would look at picture and go, "It's just a woman. What's
Yeah,
what's going on
yeah.
here?" It's weird because it's only because we've been told in the society that we grew up in that tits are forbidden and they're for the bedroom and whatever.
Yeah.
But if you lived somewhere else, that would just be quite normal to see them I'm going to use your words, flapping about.
But like, I remember, and it is because of what we're taught. But like, because I remember once we were in, me and Kerry were in, I think we were in Jamaica, and we're staying in a complex and like all inclusive. And when we'd been taken to the complex by the taxi driver, he said, safer to stay in your complex, like, much safer, quite dangerous place, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, right, okay. But anyway, like we got to venture out at least once. And so we left our complex and was walking down this beach. So now we're not on the private part. We're going to the town. And I want like me and Kerry to have one drink in the town in Jamaica just to experience it. We're there, yeah. And Kerry decides that she's going to go topless whilst we're walking down this beach. And as we're doing it, there's no one there. So I'm not thinking like, no, there's no one looking at, yeah, whap them out, love, no problem. And yet again, not my choice, her choice, right? So she's walking along and we're having a nice time walking. And then, honestly, I'm not even joking. They've been out for about 35 seconds and a cab goes by with, I'm not even exaggerating, about a normal sized cab that fits 5 people. There's about 12 people in this cab. Blokes hanging out of the boot, hanging out of the windows, all going, "Way!" like at Kerry. Obviously, I'm fuming. I'm like, put your top on, put your top on. But like, because of where we come from and what we've been taught. But that's not it. But if it was the norm, then blokes wouldn't have reacted. It would have just been normal, and they would have just passed by. But because it was like, oh my God, that woman's got her breasts out.
Yeah,
they reacted. But it wasn't. Wasn't my finest moment.
Okay, so what? I mean, I've come to the end of the research. I really enjoyed that, but I've got boobs. That's what I said it at the beginning. That nothing's made me change my mind now.
I think if you held me at gunpoint, if you held me at gunpoint and you said pick one, I think I'd probably shout boobs, but I do. That could change because, like as you say, in a nice pair of jeans, really like
I do like a bum. It wasn't bum or boobs. If you say boobs, we're going to cut the bum off. It was just what do you prefer? What have you always been into? Maybe I don't know. I've always been a boobs man. But I like a bum. Of course I do.
Yeah.
But I if I'm choosing where am I heading first, it's the boob area.
Yeah. Yeah, I can spend a while there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. It's a good episode. Kerry and Karen, thank you very much for the letter B, bum or boobs, on the A to Z of men. We're locking that in.
Which one?
Well, boobs you went with.
Yeah, okay.
Or do we keep bum and boobs, Joe?
I think we keep bum and boobs, don't we?
Keep bum and boobs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're going to go bum stroke boobs.
They both begin with B.
Oh,
Yeah, they're both Bs.
we
so-
can go stroke boobs, slap bum.
Yeah, we'll do that, and we'll lock it into the A to Z of men. So, A to Z of men, episode B, we've got stroke bum, slap boobs,
No,
slash boobs.
no, you don't. No, you don't. Never slap the boobs.
No, don't slap them.
Stroke boobs,
Stroke
slap
boobs,
bum.
slap bum is locked into the A to Z of men on episode B. Thank you very much for all the correspondence this week. As you know, we now have a special place to put that on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Which you'll be able to check out on Thursday this week, our bonus episode for the Age Set of Men, which will be out on Thursday. But we do still need to do a celebrity rhyming name. No, what's it called?
What was it called, Joe?
The word game.
You
the name
literally
game.
called it the name.
The
game.
name game.
game.
Can I start by
Yeah.
a correspondent that I've got? Avid listener, Sarah,
Yeah.
my manager,
Yeah.
Five manager. And every now and again, she just, in between writing schedules and asking me questions about in-ears and microphones and how we want our stage to look, she will send me a message randomly. And sometimes I'm getting confused and I go, what's she talking about? So I get this message the other day and it literally...
This is from your manager.
This is from my manager, halfway through talking about 5 logos and, this, that and the other. She writes, Alicia Keys is fit as fuck. That's Alicia G's.
Oh, that's a good one.
Alicia Keys smokes 40 a day. That's Alicia Wheeze.
Oh,
As in wheeze.
How did we not get all these?
Yeah. And then Alicia Keys, 2 kids, weak pelvic floors. That's Alicia Wheeze. and that is...
Oh, Sarah, they're really good.
That is Sarah Gallagher from Modest Management.
Oh, mate, they're really good.
She's very good at it. And I sent her a voice note and said,
brilliant. You will be featuring on this week's episode.
and then I got a laughy face emoji from my manager.
So in between sorting out for you to go on stage with Robbie Williams, she's playing the name game.
That was so it must have been on the Monday after the Friday.
gig. Wow.
She dropped me that.
Okay, well, you can all play along now because Heather in Glasgow has chosen the celebrity name today for the name game.
Okay.
Do you remember Corrie from when you were kids?
Yeah.
Right. Bet Lynch,
Bet
former
Lynch,
bar
yeah.
lady from Corrie. I will start. Bet Lynch. She is a bird. That's Bet Finch.
Okay, I will go Bet Lynch. She's a little bit spiteful. That's Bet Pinch.
Good. Joe Kinch.
Oh, cool. No, but what's a kinch? What's a kinch though?
I don't know.
It's me. I'm a kinch.
See what comes up.
Is it Bet Lynch?
Yeah, Bet Lynch.
Bet
you won't
Lynch.
know who she is.
Bet Lynch sold her car. That's Bet Cinch.
Very good.
Hey!
Bet Lynch married Joe. That's Bet Kinch.
Oh, very, very good. Boom! I was wondering how he's going to get that in. Hang on. So, oh, Bet Lynch. She likes to have a wash. That's Bet Rinse.
No.
No.
Oh, hang on. Okay.
Sure. No, you can't hang on. That's it.
Oh,
You're
I'm
out.
out. Oh, fuck's sake.
Joe Kinch.
Bet.
Oh, God, I've got one.
It's too late.
Bet Lynch. Not a fan of Christmas. That's Bet Grinch.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
That is good.
Can I come back in? No.
Bet Lynch. See, mate, she makes it look easy. That's Bet Cinch.
No, he's done.
Done Cinch.
Did you do
He
Cinch?
done cinch. So now you're out.
Oh, for God's sake. Has he won again?
No, well, no, because why have I not said
Go on.
Bet Lynch? She likes to pull cars along. That's Bet Winch.
Oh, mate. I think that's probably it, though.
Yeah.
Bet Lynch. She makes cleaning products. That's Bet Hinch. Hinch, that would have worked. wouldn't it?
yeah.
I think that's it. Sarah will come up with
That's
the
a
rest of them.
hard one. That one.
It was a good one, though. Thank you to Heather in Glasgow for choosing the name game today with Bet Lynch. If you want to choose one, the girls have already chosen them. But if you want to choose one, you can supersede that because they do the whole word.
Yeah.
But it needs to
And,
be.
you know, and actually, they're getting above their station.
Yeah,
They're
they
making
are,
this
yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit about them.
The A to Z of Kerry and Karen is going to be rebranded. Our faces will
Yeah,
disappear.
they've even asked us to talk about their tits and arse today.
Yeah, crazy. And but if you want to come up with the name for the celebrity, you can always do that on our emails. Chris and Scott's UK@gmail.com, Chris and Scott UK@gmail.com, and on all the socials as well. A to Z of Men Pod is where you'll find us. And we're looking for Christian names. So Christina Aguilera, not a great example, but that's the name we're looking for, is a C for the next one.
Yes, you could have Christine Aguilera is a bit of a bitch. When you could have that, you could have that, couldn't you? When you meet her in person, bit of a bitch.
It's got a rhyme.
Oh, right. Okay.
Gary rhyme.
Scrap that.
Okay. So Christina Aguilera, Chris Brooks. It's got to be a Christian name beginning with C.
I see what I've done
for the
wrong
letter
now.
C
See what I've done
on
wrong now.
the 80s and the Men name game, which we'll do again next week. If you want to hit us up on socials, giving the details and the email as well, always love your emails. You may even feature on Correspondence of the Week.
Correspondence of the week.
And that will be on Thursday this week. And then back with episode C next week on Monday on the A to Z of Men. Have an amazing few days and we'll catch you again soon.
Laters.
Best podcast we've ever done.
Yeah,
I'm going to throw that out there.
That's good. That.
YouTube, if you're still watching.
Yeah, it was good, that.
Best podcast we've ever done.
Really good. That.
was really good.
Very good.
A little bit of libel as well. So
Yeah,
it's
a
nice.
bit libel for Christine Aguilera.
She's a twat.
All press is good press, right?
No, I told you what. No, I told you.
You're on camera.
Yeah, I don't care. I told you what happened.
You told me it's a joke.
So we're in America. Christina Aguilera is in an elevator on her own with a security guard. It's a massive elevator. There's loads of room. And we go to get in the elevator. We don't care that it's Christina Aguilera. We couldn't give a toss. And
Is this you as 5?
yeah, us as 5. We're standing there, and the security guard puts a hand on my chest and goes, "No one rides with Christina." And I was like, "Fuck off!" And the rest is history. But like, that's rude, isn't it?
Right.
It's just rude. So yeah, she might be lovely, but
But a security's not.
yeah, twat.
Fair. Just so that you're okay with that on camera. Because you filmed all that.
You know what?